Welcome to our latest Motorize DD feature, brought to you by Motorize.de, the #1 source for new and used parts. Today we're spotlighting KTM's original adventure, the LC4-based 620 609cc. We'll show you where it shines, where it annoys, and who it suits. Expect a candid look at the 25-liter long-range tank, the legendary WP50 Extreme Fork, and the Mikuni BST40 CV carburetor. With 21 18-inch wheels, a lofty 940mm seat height, and a generous steering lock, it serves up rally vibes straight from the factory, plus those trademark LC4 vibes. Whether it's gravel, trails, or the daily commute, we'll cover what matters when shopping a 1997-1998 and whether the 620 is still a dependable long-haul travel partner today. In 1997, KTM took its rally heritage to the street. The 620 Adventure arrived as a production adventure bike with real desert DNA. At its heart sat the 609cc LC4 single breathing through a Mikuni BST40, paired with both electric and kickstart, a strong combo for the time. A chromally double cradle frame, WP suspension, and 21 18-inch wheels turned it into a long-haul enduro with racing pedigree. Signature KTM touches included a translucent 25-liter plastic tank, good for more than 400 kilometers between stops, and a burly 50mm P Extreme fork. Add in a 5-speed gearbox, a hydraulic Magura clutch, and Brembo brakes. A light refresh followed in 1998, and in 1999 the 640 Adventure stepped in with more displacement. The 620 marked the start of the adventure line. Long travel, big tank, built for real rally stages. Hidden beneath the bodywork is the LC4 Single, a 609cc thumper with around 50 horsepower and a 5-speed gearbox. Its dry sump system stores oil in the frame. Maintenance is straightforward with 2 oil screens, a paper filter, and 2 drain plugs. Braking up front is handled by a 300mm Brembo disc with a twin-piston floating caliper. Spoke 21 18-inch wheels wear 90-90-90-21 and 140-80-18 tires. The stars of the chassis are the conventional WP50 Extreme Fork with roughly 275mm of travel and the long-legged WP shock out back at nearly 300mm. A 25-liter tank, about 94 centimeters seat height, and roughly 149 kilograms dry weight underline its travel credentials. Model-specific kit includes Kokusan digital ignition, a hydraulic Magura clutch, and, depending on the KTM 620 Adventure's model year, either a Del Orto PHM40 or a Mikuni BST40 carb. A bolted-on subframe makes repairs and fitting accessories a breeze. Design and ergonomics. Clear rally DNA. A tall front with windscreen, narrow waist, and a long, flat seat, built for long stints on the pegs. A wide aluminum handlebar on adjustable risers and grippy steel pegs give you control, while the slim tank makes weight shifts easy. The cockpit stays functional, analog speedo, simple warning lights, solid switchgear. Practical touches land too, a hydraulic Magura clutch with precise, easy modulation, and a folding shift lever. On the KTM 640 Adventure LC4, the frame-mounted fairing sends airflow surprisingly cleanly over your helmet. The 28-liter tank, 21 18-inch wheels, and 915mm seat height all back up the rally brief. The result is a purposeful, tough layout that still lets you place the bike with precision after hours in the saddle. Handling and everyday practicality. Out on the dirt, the LC4 Adventure feels right at home. The 50mm WP Extreme Fork irons out washboard, the linkage-less PDS shock works with real finesse, and the 21 18-inch combo hooks up reliably. The LC4 Single with a balancer shaft responds crisply to the Mikuni BST40 and pulls early. The 5-speed gearbox slots in with precision. On asphalt, stability is its strong suit, though the lone 300mm Brembo disc asks for measured, forward-thinking inputs. In day-to-day riding, the commanding view, tight steering lock, and the rally fairing's decent wind protection all score points. Less so the vibes and that 930mm seat height. Even with a full tank, it stays manageable, and the 25-liter capacity makes 400-kilometer stints realistic. Handy touches, electric start for stop and go, and a kickstarter as a backup when the mercury drops. Strengths and highlights. The 620 delivers a true rally feel without the extra bulk. Long travel suspension, stable geometry, and a torquey tractable LC4 Single that pulls right off idle. The bolt-on subframe makes roadside fixes easy, and the chromally frame takes hard landings in stride. Big bonus, both electric and kickstart, plus a beautifully controllable Magura hydraulic clutch, calm and confident in technical terrain. With a 25-liter tank, a WP50 Extreme fork, and a 300mm front disc, it's built for distance and stays precise off-road. Real-world bonus: oil changes are quick via 2 screens and drain plugs. Under the skin, the 609cc LC4, 101x76mm, 5-speed box and tall gearing deliver punchy drive without the rush, ideal for journeys far from any workshop. Weak points and common issues. Early LC4s, think 640 Adventure with the 28-liter tank and 48mm WP USD fork, vibrate noticeably. Check fasteners, exhaust hangers, and the subframe for cracks. The main shaft bearing on older engines, up to around May 2002, is the big one. Upgrading to the roller bearing, standard from 2003, is considered mandatory. The Mikuni BST40 can throw warm start tantrums if the diaphragm is porous and the O-rings have hardened. A weak battery is bad news for the starter sprag clutch. The water pump shaft and seal are consumables. Oil traces on the cover are a warning sign. Only 5 gears, often geared too tall in rock gardens, buzzy on the highway. Steering head bearings and tire choice affect high-speed stability. Also, keep an eye on the Magura clutch slave. Many swap to an Oberon. Weeping fork seals, the chain slider, and the cush drive rubbers. Accessories and customization. The 640 Adventure LC4 28-liter tank from 2003 with a 48mm WSD fork is a wonderfully willing platform. Load it up and it stays balanced with progressive fork springs and a firmer tuned WP shock. 5-watt fork oil helps with small bump sensitivity. For travel duty, fit a big alloy bash plate, radiator tank guards, and stout hand guards, e.g. bark busters. Touratech racks take Ziga panniers plug and play, while soft bags sit cleanly on the slim tail. For technical sections, a 15-tooth front sprocket, most stock bikes run 16, and plus 20mm bar risers help. Add PHDS bar mounts to tame LC4 vibes. The Rally Tower has room for a roadbook and ICO. Alternatively, a GPS mount with the AMPS bolt pattern drops straight into the cockpit. Street-legal Remus or Akrapovich slip-ons work well with properly jetted Mikuni BST40 carburation. Comfort tip: firmer seat foam, Sella Valley for long days in the saddle. Market value and buying checklist. Rare but sought after. A solid 620 Adventure LC4 609 Chelpia typically sells for 3 original top examples, fetch more. Must-haves: proof of the main shaft bearing upgrade, roller bearing from 03 onward, a healthy water pump shaft and seal, and a starter sprag clutch that engages cleanly. Check the WP50 Extreme fork for play or leaks, and inspect the steering head, swing arm, and PDS bearing, Heim joint. Common wear points include cush drive rubbers in the rear wheel, cracks in the subframe or exhaust mounts, and a perished diaphragm in the Mikuni BST40. Also inspect the header flange. On the test ride, look for a steady idle around 1600 to 700 RPM, no cam chain rattle, and clean, positive shifting. OEM kit holds its value, e.g. 25-il tank, Magura hydraulic clutch, WP 5E18 PDS shock. Obvious tinkering drags the price down. Touring bonus: the Kokusan alternator puts out roughly 196 watt, enough for GPS and heated grips. Verdict and buying advice: the LC4 Adventure isn't a couch-on-wheels tourer, but a rugged tool with rally DNA. A 609 to 625cc single, depending on year, 25-28-liter tank, WP suspension from 2003, the WP 4860 USD forks, and simple, easy-to-service mechanics. It'll go far, hard, and fast if you can live with the vibes, the roughly 93cm seat height, and its gritty character. Maintenance is straightforward. Oil in the frame, 2 oil screens plus a paper filter, valve clearances set via rockers. Must-checks when buying: the main shaft bearing update, roller bearing from 2003, a healthy water pump and an intact diaphragm in the Mikuni BST40. Also inspect the swing arm and steering head bearings and the cush drive rubbers. Recommended for purists, solo travelers, and DIY wrenchers. If you want ABS, silky smoothness, and comfort, look to later 640-690 alternatives.